Hello and welcome to a quick look with the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby. I am the host of this show. Joining me, my co-host, Gamer on the Go, Chase Kinnicky. Chase, how about we play a JRPG today?
I'm super excited. I love playing JRPGs.
Well, you know what? I think I might also love playing JRPGs. And this is the newest one from Apple Arcade. It is called Fantasian. Have you heard of this?
I have. So this is made by Hironobu Sakaguchi, creator of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
He then made Mistwalker, or the company Mistwalker, and that's what's putting this out. I don't have Apple Arcade. I am considering getting it based on what's happening here.
Yeah.
Tell me more about Fantasian. This seems maybe kind of cool.
Yeah, man. So first and foremost, I want to say that this game does some really unique things with its style. This game was created with a bunch of practical effects and these crazy dioramas. So like they've made these environments and then put the game over them. So you've got like these actual physical environments that you interact with. And I think that's
like this boat barge thing that you're on is something they physically made, and then like the sand that's going over it is something that is an effect, and the characters are built and things like that. But the rest of it is there. Like they made these things.
And so, on top of that, like on top of this game that's looking incredible and sounding incredible, there's a really neat mechanic. And as I've been running around here, you've been probably seeing things pop up in the left corner there. And that is called, it's Dimension and Dungeon mixed together. So it's the Dimension. And it's a system that they have, which we've just went into because ours was full. And it's overflowing. And so what's going on here is this has taken all of our encounters that you would normally have in a game, and
so this game regularly has like regular random encounters like you'd find in JRPGs, but this one lets you kind of bank them.
Yeah, so if you were going between like point A to point B, it'll let you take all of those encounters, throw them into the system, and then we just over like you can hold 30, so it automatically went because we exceeded it. But I could then choose when to go into it and fight.
Interesting.
So yeah, so what we wanted to... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm thinking about like one of my favorite JRPGs, which is Bravely Default.
Okay.
The first one, not the newest one. I'm not so much on Bravely Default 2. But like one of the things you could do in there, that had a really customizable way to play it, where you could just turn off random battles at certain times. Well, not at certain times, anytime. You could go in and say, hey, I want to do a lot of grinding. Actually, you know what? Let's do 200% random battles now.
Okay.
And then you fight more, and then you go, okay, now I want to get to a village so I can heal. Let's turn it down to 0. This seems like a more elegant way to do something like that.
Yeah. So this is a really cool thing because it gives you this, when you go into the machine itself, it's a very different battle encounter. So the mechanics are similar to like normal battles, but there's a few new things on it. So we've got 30 enemies to kill that are a little bit weaker than what they normally are when you find them, but there's also some power-ups that you can get that you normally don't get in battle. I've got 3 party members, which I'll show you a bit more of those menus after this fight, but there's some really cool things on top of the way that this game looks, on top of the way it banks the battles. The way that you actually can execute certain things in battle, I think, is really unique and really cool. So every character has their own set of moves that allow you to do some crazier things. So these are essentially like my cast, if you will. So I can do a slash or a fire slash. And as you see, I can move this line across the battlefield.
Oh, okay. So this is like maybe like a little Chrono Trigger action where you can affect multiple enemies on the field depending on where people are standing. I like that.
Correct. So down there, that one I have highlighted right now, that's a attack up, but I'm not going to waste a turn on that. Where I think I can probably get quite a bit over here, at least 3. So I'll do this, and now I've hit 3 the enemies, moved on to my next character, and she's really cool. This is the newest one we got. Chloe, I believe is her name. But she has one move right now that I can unlock called Night Impact, which is kind of an area attack. So I'll use that here. And she casts this really cool night out. She's a princess, so she has a little bit of that background with her there. Now, this might be my favorite. This is kind of the Wanted, if you're familiar with that movie. You can bend...
I've never watched Wanted, but I am very familiar with the bending of bullets.
Okay, so I have a slight bend here, and I'm gonna get all 4 of these things, I believe. Nope, I missed that one.
What is so those first 2 enemies? They were yellow. Their names were yellow when you hit them. What's up with that?
Yeah, so as you can see, like they're using alphabet to like name in this horde battle. That J in the back corner is red because we've damaged it. So this is giving you some visual cues of things that you've already like attacked or hurt. I think
there's a lot of
super
really
cool.
smart shit in this game. This
Yes.
is all very smart.
So we just picked up that skip turn. So I have now, turn steel. We've moved out of the timeline, which there's a timeline in the bottom right corner. You can see that we're back at the front of that. So I can do another slash attack, or I'll do fire this time.
Oh, that's cool. And then you can do it again. Isn't that another steel
Correct.
turn right there?
So now I've just skipped ahead yet again, and I can continue as they bring out more people. And I've got a really nice line there starting with B. So I'll do another fire slash and just take out. So I just did like basically 9 individuals got attacked by me with that. Now I'll go and do a bend, and I'll be able to get an attack up and hit those 4 there. So this also works really well. We're playing this on my iPad with Apple Arcade using a Dualshock 4 controller, but the touch controls work very well for battle and how you would move that around it. We've got another area of attack here, which let me back out and see. Yeah, I only have 1 move for her so far. So we'll try that one again.
You're probably going to want to hit that J guy, because like they have in that bottom, well, I guess you didn't do it, but see that bottom right corner, I like the turn counter there too, so you can really plan your attacks ahead. This is all extremely smart. I really like this combat.
Yeah, this combat's awesome. I like the music that goes with it. The menu systems are very clear and precise. You know, I didn't talk about it on the podcast when we were covering it, but I remember back in like 2011 and 12 when Bethesda was talking about Skyrim and how like they really wanted the menu systems to be a lot smarter, and they put a lot of thought into it. And like I remember like playing that game and thinking to myself like, yeah, these are very easy to navigate. They make sense. They don't get in the way. And on a mobile device, it's a little bit harder to execute that. But they've done a really nice job here on making this work with the system that you have. So let's see who's next. I and C. I'm low on. I have to fight this out. Well, I can bend here too. Sweet. So she's got the bendability, which is fun. And
these are the only 3 party members you've come into contact with?
Yeah, this is it. I just got Chloe, I believe is her name, as I said. I think I just got her. So she's pretty new. And you're going to see quite a bit. So this is a full one here. So we should get quite a bit from this.
So normally, like in a normal battle, like how many would you face? Like if you just did a regular
encounter? Oh, you'd have like 2 or 3 people. They're a little bit tougher, but still pretty easy in comparison. Not that this is difficult. Like I feel like I'm pretty much leveled for what we're up against.
Yeah, and this seems like way more interesting than a normal battle with all this stuff on the field and all this bending stuff. It seems like they are really pushing you to do the banking.
Yeah, like it's a cool mechanic for sure that you're definitely going to benefit from. I feel like it's a great way to get through it. Like this is taking, like I could be at my destination at this point in time. I just like this a whole lot. I think that like I would have been able to move through the world as I need to, and then come in here and have this really unique fight is great.
How many hours have you put into this so far?
About 3.5 hours, okay. I think at this point in time. So
I know we haven't seen any story stuff. Maybe we'll get there in a bit. But how are you finding that? Are you thinking story's okay? Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I don't have near the affinity with the genre as you do, but it is a situation where from what I understand, it's kind of an old trope. You have amnesia. Your character's on the far left there. You don't really recall who you are or how you got to where you're at. But it is an old story for sure. And you are being gently guided back to your knowledge of who you were, where you came from. And in doing so, we've just gotten to this really big boat. We met the princess, and that princess is basically telling us, like, hey, there's some stuff attacking the ship. We were on our way to investigate what that was. We overflowed our system here, and now we're gonna wrap this up hopefully, and I can show you a little bit more of that story beat, which I think we're gonna probably have a boss battle, so you might get to see what that looks like as well.
Okay.
So pretty successful there. Everybody leveled up, which is what we want to see.
So you're on a boat now, but like, what other kinds of environments have you seen with this diorama stuff?
Yeah, I so far my favorite's been this really lush forest, and I thought that they did such a great job of making that look very, very much real. There's also been a really cool desert, kind of like desert home. There's multiple save spots, by the way, something that I didn't get a chance to tell you about earlier, but we do have those here. It's like desert homes, really cool landside, kind of mountainous landside. I really like that a whole lot. And then I've been also like in a very futuristic mech city that was pretty awesome. This is the menu system that you have for everything. So for the party, Leo is the main character. That's Cheryl, not Chloe. Cheryl. Kina, and then Cheryl, who's the newest one. Leo is going to be using kind of a longsword, as you saw in battle there. Kina is going to be casting with this staff, and then Cheryl is going to be summoning those spirit knights. A lot of your equipment.
Hey, go into your items. I don't know if it's item or equipment. You picked up some kind of core that said "lucky" on your last battle. What is?
Oh yeah,
you know
let's take a look at that. That'd be underneath items, I bet. Not going to be a battle recovery. There it is.
There it is. Oh, it's a crafting material. Oh, there's craft. Okay. Have you done any of this crafting stuff?
No, not yet. A critical component of a mech-infected monster. Let me be useless on its own. Someone clever might be able to do something with it. So I have not crafted stuff yet. I have gone in, and there's a spot here where you can slot in particular things. So fire resist, lightning resist.
Okay.
And I have those on. So I got attack up on my main character here right now.
This seems very Final Fantasy, which I would be like. Obviously, it's Sakaguchi. He's pretty familiar with the series that he made, but I mean, that battle stuff is really cool. Like a really nice twist on what otherwise seems like a pretty traditional JRPG Final Fantasy style game.
Yeah, I am going to rest in this bed really quick, which is going to get our party recovered, and I'll keep moving forward a bit here.
What did it say? Did it say it smelled like salty old man?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can get to the upper deck area here. So now we're back out on this huge ship.
I like this ship. I like the design.
Oh, there's an item back there. Let's see what that looks like. Chase, I don't know, like, you've been kind of on the fence about subscribing to a service like that. Do you think that this is something that you would consider?
I think so. This is pretty impressive. I like $5 a month isn't a lot, but it is something that, you know, I'm not playing phone games all the time. The one that I do play all the time is Hold Down, and I've purchased that at this point where I don't need to pay it again. It's one of the worst things for me is just forgetting that I have something, and you know, that's just $5, $10, $15, $20 once you keep forgetting about it for a few months. So I think it's a value thing. But if a game like this comes out that I think is really cool, yeah, I'll chip in a month. I'll play it. We'll see how it goes, and then, you know, I can just jump right back out after I finish it. You don't have any idea how long this game is, do you?
You know, I don't. I've tried to look it up, and there's really not a lot out there right now on this game. It's relatively new. And I know it's got a lot of people talking about it, given the prestige of Final Fantasy and the people associated with it. Mm-hmm. But there's still a lot of unknowns, and it could be because it's... I think Apple Arcade, I don't know a lot of the statistics there, but I think people have done what you're talking about doing. This is the game that's getting people to sign up for it, for sure.
Yeah. I really enjoyed, when I did my free trial, I really enjoyed playing Mini Motorways from the Mini Metro people.
Sure.
So at the very least, you know, if I pitch in $5 for a month and play this and get back into Mini Motorways for a bit, I think I'll probably end up having a good enough time.
Yeah.
What's interesting, I was actually just for a podcast we're about to do on Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within for a casual hour episode. So I've been thinking about Sakaguchi stuff. I was reading an interview with him that Jason Schreier did back when he was at Kotaku, and one of the things he was asking Sakaguchi was, you've been making a lot of mobile games at this point, because this is his Mistwalker days, which are still his Mistwalker days now. But he was asking him, do you have any thoughts of going back to JRPGs, traditional JRPGs that you've done in the past? Do you have any thoughts of bringing some of these games that you've built to other platforms? And his answers were interesting, where he was really non-committal on the JRPGs, and that's before we even had any idea what the Fantasian thing was. And he was also very against ports. It seemed like he was building his games to the systems that they started with, and that's it. So part of me was thinking maybe Fantasian would come to the Switch, similar to other phone games. I think about like Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition.
Sure.
Started on the phone and then came to Switch. I don't, based on his words then, I don't expect this to come anywhere else, which is maybe even more of a reason for me to just pop into Apple Arcade and toss down $5. But this doesn't just work on phones and iPads, though, right? Like Apple Arcade, I can play this on my MacBook, or I can play this on, if I had an Apple TV, I can play it on a TV, right?
Yeah, it saves everything across your devices with iCloud if you have an iCloud account, which is really handy. So I can go between my phone and my iPad, and even my MacBook if I wanted to.
Are you playing with a controller here?
Yeah, I'm actually using a Dualshock 4. This, you can connect any Bluetooth device to your iOS device and play that way. A lot of games, I think, on that service are just better off with a controller, but there's some stuff with touch that works fine. Chase, we got a boss battle here.
Yeah, looks like you found a boss. No bank in this one.
No. So let's take a look and see what we can get into here with it. Looks like there's 3 people who will be attacking us on this, and I'm gonna attempt to see if I can slash some things here, which I can attack both of them there. That was super handy.
It's pretty effective.
And I don't know if my area of attack here with my knight is the best option, so I might just do a direct hit here and try and wear down this B character a bit more.
It's a smart call. If anytime playing JRPGs, you take down the little ones so they don't annoy you, and then you can fight the big ones.
So it looks like the holy element is what's going to be pretty effective against this boss here. I'll try to do another slash attack. Take out both of them.
Do you have the ability to change your like affinities, or is it just like, oh, this one does holy, this one does?
Yeah, they got some different ones here.
Slash. Okay.
So you can, and I don't know, maybe down the road you might be able to slot some things in that will change that a bit, but for the time being, you're kind of stuck with what you got.
All right. You're still pretty early. You only said a few hours in.
Yeah, I'm about 3. Oh, the thing's charging up.
Interesting.
Not liking that. Not liking that. See what this does. So lightning. All right, this thing's putting out some damage. This is definitely one of the more. I'm actually gonna try fire and see what that does for us. Oh, critical. Nice. That's gonna hurt.
Okay.
So no paralysis from it. That's good to know. Keep using.
Is there any way to defend or put up shield stuff?
Some characters, so like when you first start the game out, there's a non-playable character that is with you to kind of teach you how this stuff works. Some characters have it. I can heal with this one, but that's going to be about it. I don't have like a barrier effect like I had at the beginning of the game.
Okay, like sometimes when you get JRPGs that do like, hey, this guy's charging up for an attack, on that last moment you put up your shields or you do your defense,
you got it.
Or you default and Bravely Default or something like that. But
that hurt. So I definitely need to heal up Cheryl there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and focus on healing. That should take her.
Looks like they are still kind of tutorializing you. Wow, that was a big heal.
Yeah, she can pretty much take you all the way back up, which is great.
Nice.
And this is by far the biggest fight that I've encountered so far. So I don't really know how how much HP this has or what I should expect. Oh boy.
Yikes. You have
Okay.
anything that can revive characters?
So I can heal this character really quick. I do have Phoenix Feathers that I can use to bring that up.
Oh, Phoenix Feathers. Okay.
Yes. Maybe you're familiar.
From the makers of Phoenix Downs become
Yes.
Phoenix Feathers. Gotcha.
And that should bring us back up with a little bit of health. We got one attack. Okay. He is not liking it. All right, I'm going to... It looks like we're getting some damage on there. I will try and heal up really quick.
Yeah, like your healer's the one who's doing the weakness damage to him, so you kind of want to keep... Like, it sucks that she's the one who's also good at healing, because she's also probably doing the most damage of anybody.
Correct. So I should be okay here. All right.
I mean, he's got his charge thing up, and he hasn't charged it quite yet, so you still have a little time to...
But we do have some of these friends back out again.
Yeah.
The soundtrack's really good on here.
Yeah, this has been perfectly pleasant music.
See if I can switch back over to Fire Slash. Try and take out a few more here. And we're going to go over and do more of that holy damage. Thunderball. This is what hurt, kind of. Alright.
Now he's charged, so the next one's going to hurt.
The next one's going to hurt.
You probably want to get healed up a little bit if you can. Or maybe just do enough damage to stop him now.
We're gonna try and knock this out here.
Going for broke.
Going for broke. Yeah, baby.
There it is. Good stuff.
Victory. Let's see if we get another level up from that, or maybe something cool. Yeah, look at that. Level up across the board.
I do miss like a good fanfare for the win. It's just,
I know.
He continues playing the same music. That's not very Final Fantasy, Sakaguchi.
So Chase, this has been Fantasian. I think that, I know that you're going to play this, so I don't want to go too further down the story here. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of what you're getting into with this, some of the mechanics, the style, and what we got.
Yeah, I'm all in. I think this is some super smart stuff. Story-wise, even if it's a pretty standard JRPG, which at the moment it kind of seems like it is, I think the combat stuff is enough to sell me on this. I'll probably be upping my Apple Arcade subscription later today.
Very cool. So we did get a couple new abilities there for this character. But anyway, I've had a ton of fun showing you this game. It's something I want to put more time into. It's got that itch scratched for me, and it's nice to have something this robust in your pocket to take with you. It's easy to hop in and out of it. It's got some smart systems. As you mentioned, Chase, this is on all Apple devices. $5 a month gets you the Apple Arcade service, and Fantasian is one of the newest exclusives that I think is going to bring a lot of people to it. If you're
interested, you mention the cloud saves, even if you started on an iPad, you can just load it up on your laptop, and then it'll have the save already there, so you go between all those devices,
which is super handy. I'll probably actually just grab my phone after this recording and keep playing as I head downstairs. But nice. If you like what we're showing you here, go ahead and give us a subscribe on our YouTube channel. We've got a few other quick looks that you might want to check out. You'll probably see an advertisement for one of those as you're watching us wrap up here. We record our podcasts on Twitch every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, so twitch.tv/The Casual Hour. If you like watching us play games, we also do that Monday and Friday night on our Twitch channel. We've been playing a lot of really cool games like Fights in Tight Spaces and some of that new Monster Hunter and even Outriders on there as of late. But tune in. We always have a good rotation and a pretty big variety of games that we play on our channel. And we appreciate the support you're giving us by watching this on YouTube. So Chase, appreciate you being here to watch this gameplay with me. I hope you enjoy playing the game. And
definitely.
I think you and I...
And like we mentioned, we're gonna be doing a new episode of the Casual Hour, our Wednesday show, and that will be focused on Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. So if you want to see more Sakaguchi stuff and hear a little bit more about his time at Square and then making Mistwalker, We'll be covering all that stuff. I think that'll be episode 216. So if you want to look it up, if you're seeing this later, you can do that. But that hopefully will be a fun episode.
Absolutely. Chase, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for being here with me, and thank you all for tuning in and watching. We'll be back with more quick looks on the Casual Hours YouTube channel soon.